Welcome to my live, my YouTube live. From the description, from the caption, you can see that the discussion today is on why most tellers are poor. It sounds so direct, right? But that's how it is in my heart. Why most tellers basically seem to be poor, you know, and basically it could be as a result of poor pricing. In fact, majorly is as a result of poor pricing. So actually, I did not schedule this video. I'm just starting out immediately. So if you have any teller around you, maybe your brother, your sister, or even your mother, your father, anybody, please gather them. Let's discuss. This is going to be an eye-opener, I believe. It's going to be an eye-opener. So everyone needs to discuss this. Because it's going to determine whether you will become the billionaire you want to be, or the millionaire you want to be, wherever your scope is, your limitation, whatever you want to, the extent you want to get to. Yeah. So please join my live. Gather your friends, your families, anyone you can reach, and let's have a proper discussion. And please, if you can hear me, do well to also signal. All right, proper introduction. My name is Yoncee, and I'm a tailor. And currently, I'm in a part of the world called Nigeria, a very beautiful country. So you're welcome. Please tell us where you're watching from as you're joining. Tell us the time, the country. Are you a teller or you are just joining? I would like to know. You're so much welcome. Like I mentioned already, today we want to discuss pricing. Please bring everybody you know. All right. I've observed that it's really a burden in my heart. Actually, it's a huge burden in my heart, because when I walk across the street, I see how tellers struggle. Most tellers are struggling. And the whole thing boils down to this thing we want to talk about today. All right. You will see someone, a teller, doing well. Sewing very well, but feeding from hand to mouth. And when the person starts checking, funny enough, most people don't know about proper pricing. So they will be like, what is going on? What is happening with me? What is like, I am sewing, if every day I am busy, but yet there is nothing to show forth for that. So please, that is why this tutorial discussion is very necessary. It has been a burden in my heart, and I thought to come here and share with us because it affects me. And because it's affecting me, I know that it is affecting most of the people out there too. All right. So we need to discuss. Go and bring your people, especially in this part of the world, Nigeria, especially here in Nigeria. All right. So I will start off with this. First of all, why are you even in the business? Why are you in the business of tailoring? Are you here to make money? Are you here to just service people? Are you here for charity or whatever? You need to define what you want to do here. You get? Define what you want. As for me, I want to render beautiful services to people. And in the same time, I am also serviced back. I am also serviced, right? So every business is to make profit. The purpose of every business is to render service to people, and in exchange for the service you're rendering, or whether service or product, you also make profit. Okay, first of all, if you've not seen my previous live video, on that video I showed us how to maintain our sewing machine instead of allowing it to wear out. Okay, so you can go back and watch that live video. It's still a live video, not like I did the video and edited. So it's just hands-on experience. So go and watch the live video. And there's another one where I made a portly bag. Oh, I was supposed to bring it here, but I forgot. All right, so you're welcome. Welcome, don't mind me. This is my tool for praising God in church. Oh, how I love it. It's called Maraca, just in case you don't know. Maraca. Okay, so it's my way of saying welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So now, let's start discussion. If you are joining us, please tell us where you're watching from. I'm starting off already. Welcome, my name is Yoncee. And what's your name, please? Where are you watching us from? Are you a tailor? It's good to have you here. Welcome. Yeah. Welcome so much. Like I said, gather someone. Trust me, you're going to learn. You're going to learn. Whether you are into tailoring or whatever business you are into, you are going to learn. All right? So, but my focus today is on tailors. And now I'm going to start with this. If you look around you, you will see tailors struggling. I don't want to know any other business. I'm talking about the business I am into. Most tailors are struggling. When clients bring a cloth to a tailor, let me say a boo-boo, a simple boo-boo, oftentimes they'll be like, okay, I'm going to sew this for 10,000, just as an example. And the client will be like, at 10,000, it's not too much. Sorry, if you're not watching from Nigeria, I'm using Naira. That's the currency here. So I'm going to speak in Naira. 10,000 Naira, that's the Nigerian currency. So the client will be like, 10,000 is too much now. Madam, what's up? What's going on? So you'll be like, no, no, sorry. The client will be like, it's not just this way. It's not just, oh, hello, Gianni, did you? Sorry if I'm not getting it right. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you so much. Where are you watching us from? Please drop it. And love to you too. All right, if you're joining us, please double tap on your screen to like, subscribe to this channel. Yeah, do whatever you want to do, you can to become part of the family and also to promote the family, all right? So yes, I was still giving an example. Oftentimes you see someone coming and the client will be like, it's not just do it this way, you cut it like this, you cut it like, I don't know if you've experienced that. Me, I've experienced it, although a few times, all right? So I've experienced it a few times. You see it, someone, it's not do it this way, do it this way, do it that way, and that will be all. Okay. Do you know what tailoring work entails? I mean, let's start from the analysis, the time it takes to analyze a design or a style, the input, it's all about attention to details. There are some clothes that you will see as simple as they are. If we tell you a lot that went inside there, a lot that has gone into there, you will be surprised, you will be shocked, like, but these clients don't know it. You are the one that know it. So you have to help us so that we will not be, you walk like an elephant, but you eat like an ant. That's not the purpose. That's not the purpose, right? We want to service our clients, and at the same time, we are serviced back through making profits. All right. So a lot goes into fabric making, the mental stress. You are thinking there are some fabrics there's some slides that they look so simple, like I was saying, but a lot goes into it. So you have to analyze it first in your mind. Your mind is working. Do you know that most of times the energy we exert more, the highest energy that can be exerted by someone is mental energy. And that is what a tailor uses. mental. You are thinking, you are analyzing the style and all that. So when you are done analyzing, uh, sometimes when I'm sewing, especially if you are just a sole proprietor, you're just doing business on your own, just you and you alone. Sometimes I'll be making a cloth. Oh my God. You will go, you iron, you will come back, you go, just small, little things. You are going over to iron them. And what you are trying to do is to make sure that the style comes out perfectly. All right. These are a lot that goes in. You iron the bustier, you iron the like hemming gum, everything. Oh, thank you very much, Giovanni. Thank you very much. And thank God for making me whatever, all right? So, all these things, these are little things that make a dress to come out perfectly. The ironing, you have to iron every step of the way, iron the hem, iron the seams so that they can come out beautifully. But you know, some tailors, I've noticed that they don't consider all these things. They don't put them in their pricing. Do you get? So, and a lot of things, like me, if you get a clothes to me, after analyzing that dress, I like to draw, I like to sketch it. I don't know if I can find my book where I used to analyze the style first, draw it out there before, make mistake there before cutting it on the fabric. All these things are inputs. They are inputs. Okay? Then the fabric manipulations. If you make mistake, you have to manipulate fabric and all that. Now, let me assume that I want to make a boo-boo gown, right? First of all, you analyze. Put in the measurements of the clients. You cut. You start sewing. You are sewing with thread, right? You are sewing with your machine, right? You are sewing, maybe you're attaching zipper. I've started mentioning the things you need to calculate. You are attaching your zipper. You are ironing. You are, what else? Like a lot of things. The needle, the hemming gum you are using, all these things, you need to put them into place. Now, what are the prices, the kind of prices that are involved? Sorry, the costing involved. You have your direct cost and you have your indirect cost. The direct cost, number one, your client brings material to you. Brings material, fabric to you. Yes, sorry. Brings the fabric to you. Or maybe he or she would even tell you, I will give you money, you go to the market and buy. Do you know that even going to that market, it's a service you're rendering? Is your time. You need to be paid for it. Do you know? You need to be paid for it. For the time it takes you to go to the market, you are supposed to be using it to do something else. We'll say time is money. Time is money, right? So, now when you get the fabric, hello, you're welcome. Hi. Nadain Doda. I'm sorry if I did not get it right, but you're very much welcome to this live video today. Okay, today we are talking about why it seems that most tailors are poor. Why it seems most tailors are poor and things to consider when pricing. That's what we are talking about. So it's good to have you here, all right? Thank you. Please, you can also go ahead to tell other people to join because this is going to be kind of a discussion and an eye-opener. So if you have any friend who sews, go and gather them together. Let's do this thing together. We are one family, right? We are one family. So gather them together. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. So I was talking about the kind of cost to be considered, your direct cost, let's say let me know, it's not let's say you are making use of a thread to sew that cloth. It's a direct cost. Your zip is a direct cost. If your client asks you to go buy the fabric yourself, the fabric, that one is sure is a direct cost. Every direct thing it takes to make that dress. If you're using embellishments, they are direct costs. So you're going to put them together and keep. Then the indirect costs, you were earning, right? In this part of the world, if everywhere you pay for your utilities, here we use prepaid meter in Nigeria. So you know what it's, you know the tariff plan, like the rate that it just gets exhausted these days. So that light that you're using is an indirect cost. Is an indirect cost. The fuel that you buy, two of them together, they are indirect cost. Hello, Matthew Mugi, you're welcome. It's good to have you here. Welcome. I'm Uche, Yoncee, and I'm here to talk about pricing, why it seems most sellers are poor. Most sellers, all right? So it has been a burden in my heart because it's affecting me, and I know that it's affecting a lot of other people. So that's why I said, let me just come live here and discuss with us. And if you have any input to make, please, you can go ahead and make an input as long as it can help us. All right, please go ahead and oh my, thank you very much for inviting Amelia. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Another, Amelia, we're waiting for you. Thank you for joining us whenever. Okay. So I'm talking about the indirect cost now. The transportation. You took transport to go get whatever you will use to sew that fabric, to sew the style. All right. You have to add your transport money to it. You have to add your transport money. Thank you. Yes, everybody, please subscribe and double tap on your screen to also like. Okay. So you spent these are indirect, or you can call it overhead costs. Any indirect thing that it took you to make the fabric, to make the style, you're gonna pay for. Calculate it. Now you used your sewing machine. Do you know that when your sewing machine breaks down, how are you going to bring the money to service it? Are you depending on the profit? Are you depending on the profit? All these things, you should add them. Get a percentage for servicing your sewing machine. This is the core house. This is the main thing that is helping you to render service, right? And it needs to be taken care of. Maintenance costs. So you get a percentage of this, add it. All these things so that you will not choke, my dear. You will not choke. Out of the way. Add them together. Then another thing I want to mention is this. Have you thought about your profit margin? Now, let me tell you what I used to do. Okay. The fabric, the client brings, oh, okay, the time here is 9 minutes after 1. It's 9 minutes after 1 here in Nigeria. Okay. So, what was I saying? What was I saying? Okay, whatever it be the case, I was still talking about the costing. Okay, I was making use of Boo as an example. Maybe I used lining, I used zip, I used embellishments, I used thread, right? I used my thread to sew it. I used hemming gum, of course, the neckline, the slit opening, some strategic points that you have to use hemming gum for. You used your wadding, your breast wadding, or your breast pad, whatever you call it in your side. You used your hairstay. These ones are direct cost. So I'll put it together. Then I've already mentioned the indirect cost, the NEPA light or fuel or the transportation or, all those things. I'll add them together too. Get a percentage. Even your rent. You're paying for rent, right? If you are not in a place, you won't, where would you stay to service someone to sew a cloth? You are paying for your, you see, these are the things we don't consider. These are the things we don't consider. You are paying for, hello, Victoria Okoha, Heya. It's glad to have you here. Welcome very much. Welcome so much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Please go bring other friends and double tap on your screen. Make sure make sure you subscribe to this channel. Yeah. Okay. I'm Yoncee, and we are talking about why it looks as if most tailors are poor and also how to price better. All right. So even if you are just joining us, when we are done with this video, you can go ahead and watch what I've said so far so that you can follow along. All right. So I've mentioned the direct cost, I've mentioned the overhead cost. And now I was talking about the rent. You have to get a percentage for the rent that you're going to put into your overhead cost. It's indirect, but if you're not staying in a place, even if you are using your house, like me, I sew from house, I still pay the rent here, right? So whatever I'm doing should have a way to service this house. All right. So these are the indirect costs. Get a percentage of it. Don't worry, in my next video, I'm going to put a proper percentages for all these things. Then you put it, add it to your indirect cost. Then another thing is your profit margin. Now let me explain something to us. You know, one of the problems I've noticed that we have is that, okay, was what, okay, all right. Yeah, I'm back to what I was talking about before. So one of the problems I've observed about tailors is because, one of the problems of why is as if we don't know how to price is because we render services. Do you know, we are rendering services. It's not like we sell a product. We are rendering a service because this is bespoke. I'm not talking about ready to wear. Ready to wear, yes, you're selling a product because everything must have gone into place and you're just hanging your clothes ready to wear, just like the name implies. All the people that, like, let's say boutiques and all that, it's not like they are sewing it there and or it's custom made. All right. So you just walk into the store, you buy. That's what we call ready to wear. But now we are talking about bespoke or custom made wears. One of the reasons we are struggling with our pricing is because it's a service that we render. Let me assume you are selling noodles, you're selling product, like a physical product. What you are selling is this. What it takes to make that product, you're selling in carton. Let me assume you sell noodles in carton. Now, the raw materials it took to make the noodles, you employed people to, even at different sectors, maybe people that are mixing the raw materials. These ones, they are, how do I say, I have not worked with them, so just bear with me. These ones, they are shaping it. They shape the noodles into that spiral form. These ones, they package it, they dry it. These ones, they package it. You are paying all those laborers for the services they are rendering to you, right? The employer pays them their wage or salary for rendering the service. Now, cost of raw material, cost of laborers, and then the packaging, the finished goods. And then when you now go to, maybe you, like I was saying, you sell products, you go to the market and you now buy, you are a wholesaler, you buy a lot of cartons of noodles. Now you are calculating how much did it take you to go buy those products, go move them from warehouse or wherever to your shop or to your office complex or wherever. You're putting that price, right? And then you as a product, you sell products, not services. Even at then, like those people that render the service, I mean, the main people that made the the noodles. They have included the cost of the raw materials. They have included the cost of the laborers, the people that they weighed to put all those things together and then make it into a finished goods, into a finished good. Then you now go and pick them. You paid for transportation to and fro and whatever it takes to bring it to your place, your office, your shop. And then when you bring it, you convey it down to your side. You will now add your profit, right? You add your profit on what you are going to sell. Now, let me tell you about people that provide, that render service, just like us, we tailors. We don't see that aspect where the laborers were paid, as in the case of the noodles, as in the case of product sellers. We don't see that case. The laborers are paid to turn those raw materials into a finished good. And that is why you don't know that you're supposed to pay yourself. Of course, you're rendering service. So you should have a percentage that you pay yourself for the service you're rendering, for putting the raw fabric, the shapeless or just the straight fabric, for putting it, molding it to becoming something meaningful. Do you understand? You're rendering a service, for crying out loud. So you should consider that. That's the most important. It's the most important. And I've noticed that that's where we are missing it. We don't pay ourselves for the service we render. We don't pay. So now let me explain to us. How do you pay yourself for the service you render? You can get, like I was saying, a percentage that you should pay yourself. You say, okay, this is like, get a proper index. Pay yourself. So it should be part of, you can include it in the indirect cost. You can include it there. And then finally, we talk about the profit. Your service is different from your profit. Like I mentioned, when the product seller, the noodle seller, brings the product to her shop, sorry, excuse me. All right, so when the noodle seller brings the product to her shop, are you going to sell it at the cost price, as the cost of sale? The cost of sale is just all that it takes to bring the product, but the cost of sale, like the transportation, everything, the product is sold. How much you bought that product. Now, you have to, what is now your selling price? The selling price is the cost of sales plus your profit, plus the profit. So the product seller will now determine, okay, how much profit should I add to this? So that at least I'll make something out of it. Now you should ask yourself, how much margin should be my profit margin? Percentage, what percentage should be my profit margin? And you can do this one by, after getting your overhead cost, getting your indirect cost, you add it together. And then you can say, all right, let me say for beginners or for newbies, people that are small scale tailors, you can use between 20% to 35% as your profit margin. Let's say your indirect cost is 10,000, your direct cost is 5,000. Calculating the two is 15,000, right? 15,000 naira, Nigerian currency. Now, 15,000 naira times 20% or times 35%. Let me do it. Let me calculate. 15,000 times 10%. Or what did I say before? So the profit I'm getting here is 1,500 naira. Right? That's your profit. Then the total, your selling price now should be 15,000 plus 8,500. That is 16,500. That should be your selling price. All right. Like I mentioned initially, if you're just joining us, you're very much welcome. Welcome, welcome. I see you all. I see what you're doing. Thank you very much for joining us. All right. And my name still remains Uche. I've not changed. My name is still Uche Yoncee from Nigeria and a tailor here. So today we are discussing about why it seems most tailors are poor and how do we navigate around this? How do we change this narrative? And like I said, I've seen a burden, there's been a burden in my heart about how we do pricing. All right. So please, if you're just joining us, when you're done watching this video, I've said a lot already. I've also done a little calculation so you can go back and watch what we have done so far. All right. So you're very much welcome. And now, like I was saying, your overhead cost plus your indirect cost plus your profit margin. And the total I have is 16,500. All right. So please, next time, price better. Don't be scared. Like, there is this family that I saw one time, like a woman with 4 kids. 4 kids, 4 beautiful, wonderful kids. How she's a tailor. Like the way she has been surviving from hand to mouth. And when I went to the shop, I observed that, I observed this issue of poor pricing. Poor pricing. Like in the world of today, in Nigeria, with the whole inflation, you are still charging boo-boo gown for 5,000. Can you imagine that? Oh my God. Some things that we do, even God will not be happy with us. I'm telling you the truth. No, but I'm serious. I'm serious. The way we price at times, even God will not be happy with you because you don't know what you are doing. Like, you don't value your skill. You don't value what you are dishing out there. You don't value yourself. God will not be happy with us. Please, we need to do better. We need to do better. I had pity on her. But I have seen the cost, poor pricing. Poor pricing. Not knowing that all these things, when you should calculate them all. Now, if you are charging 5,000, what about the transportation? What about the thread? What about your machine? What about the lights you used to iron? I mean, what is remaining? Maybe you are just getting, what about paying yourself for the service you're rendering? Do you understand? What about that? And your pricing, your price is 5,000 naira. Like, I mean, this is just common sense. Please, dear tailor, don't act so cheap. Don't act so cheaply. Value yourself. Value what you're rendering. It bothers my heart because it affects me too. And that's why I've come out here, because I understand that victory or good things, or let me say, how do I say? Yeah, let me just say victory comes by through proper information, sensitization. People need to be sensitized on the right thing to do. So that's why I've come out here to educate us on things to consider before you price, so that you don't end up cheating yourself. You don't end up cheating yourself. A lot of things to consider. Please do it well. Do it the right way. Like last 2 weeks, I went to school and like there were a lot of busy schedules, assignments, presentations, this one and that one. So some of my colleagues, my classmates, they were like, Uche, that you have a lot of time now. Is it not clothes that you're sewing? You're a tailor. You have a lot of time. We are working. Oh, Fatima, thank you very much. You're very much welcome. Good to have you here. I am Uche Yoncee, and I've known your name, Fatima. Please go ahead and double tap on your screen, subscribe, and also share to other people. All right, you're very much welcomed. So yes, I was sharing with us my experience. So this young man said that he said that the kind of work I do, it doesn't take a lot. Is it not tailoring work? It struck a chord in my mind. And I remember that one day he had called me earlier and asked me how much I was going to make a two-piece, a shirt and a trouser for someone, for a lady. I told him the price. It was like, and now that you're charging to, if I call this amount that I charge this person, you may even want to kick me. Oh my God. I did not take the job because, man, why now? Why you like this, bro? So when he mentioned this thing at school, I was like, in my mind, I said, one day I'm going to do a vlog and I'll call you. In fact, I will teach you for free. It's going to be a day in the life of a tailor so that you will see the nitty-gritty, like the attention to detail. You will start from the beginning, the walking around. You go to iron, you come back. You go to do this one, you come back. You go to weave, you come back. Like you're not even seated at one place. The back pain, the achings, the mental stress, the attention to details. And you think it's not tedious? Like, is that what you think, bro? Honestly, that was my mind. I was like, don't worry, one day I'm going to invite you over. It's going to be a day in the life of a tailor. So that all of you people who think that it's just cut cloth, do it this way, do it that way, I think your mentality should change. Because that's why they price us poorly. That's why they price us poorly. So that's why I am here, to help us to up our game. This is what these people are thinking. They think we are not doing anything. They think we are just, it's just sew clothes. We are not thinking. Do you know what is involved in sewing? I've mentioned it earlier. Mathematics, even further maths. In fact, even you need to have formulas in your mind. So I made a short video. It's very funny. You know, where someone was like, someone came out of secondary school. Should I call it college? I don't know how you call it outside Nigeria. So I was like thinking, I don't understand mathematics. I think I should go become a tailor. And I was like, when we tell you you want to sew a flake gown, you need to know the formula for calculating area of a circle, right? No, I'm not Yoruba. Mazwan, I'm an Igbo. Are you Yoruba? I'm an Igbo girl. Welcome. And thank you for joining me. Hope you've liked, hope you've subscribed. It's good to have you here. Okay, so you need to know your addition, your subtraction. So if you don't know mathematics, I don't know how you're going to navigate around being a fashion designer. I don't know how you're going to navigate around it. You need to know your pi, how to calculate your angles, the straight circle, the straight half circle, full circle. You need to know how to calculate these things. So being a fashion designer is a whole lot. Oh, wow, you're an Igbo. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Thank you for subscribing. So yes, you need to know a whole lot before you become a fashion designer. You need to know a whole lot. Now, you are in this world today, there is inflation, and you are still charging so low. Man, let's do better now. Do you know that even those who sell vegetables, I was surprised. I went to the market one time. Those, like a vegetable that before I could get it for 100 naira, was selling for 300. And if you're in Nigeria, you should be encountering the same thing. Why? Once fuel increased in Nigeria, it affected a lot of things. That someone who gets vegetable from, like you have a garden in your house, pumpkin, water leaf, spinach, and all that. You go to your garden, gather them all together and go to the market. Before it was sold for 100 naira, but now it is sold for 300. So if a vegetable seller knows to increase the price because of inflation, not just because you just want to increase the price to wicked people or whatever, but because of inflation, how much more us? Like, why are we still? Oh my God! Oh my God! Why are we doing this to ourselves? Oh my God, don't find me. Like, Mazona is making me laugh. All right. So, how much more you and I tell us or whatever like, it's not being wicked, it's following the trend of things. If you are still pricing the way you priced in 2025 or in 2024, in 2026, man, you're going to phase out. You will phase out. I'm telling you the truth. So put all these things in place and do better. Now you might ask, okay, I've had you. I'm going to start calculating all these things, but how am I going to transition from being known as someone who used to charge low to someone who is now valuing, who now knows the value and maybe increased the pricing? You may ask that question. Now, let me tell you one thing. First of all, you need to increase your own value, increase your worth. If let me start with your environment. If you do so in a very scattered, tattered, untidy environment, you are going to attract people who won't value you. Because, man, the environment is just so cheap. So why would I price? Why would I even, like, how this is, it is said that how you dress is how you will be addressed. You attract people based on your appearance. So you need to, first of all, start with your environment, tidy up your environment, okay? And be organized. I'm telling you, this matters. Let some things be, like, keep everything in their place. Organize your environment, okay? That will increase your worth. When people come in, they see how tidy. You don't need to go and rent a big place first. If you're starting small, just start from where you are. Organize your space. Then you can put little flowers. Don't make it busy. Don't keep your space busy. Just tidy. Flowers, radiant ones, keep it there. Just shines. All right. Then improve on your skill. Please, if you are joining us, please, okay, you're very much welcome. It's good to have you around. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. And thank you, Fatima. Thank you, Mazuan. Thank you, Nadine Dodds. I'm sorry if I'm not getting your name right. And other people. Thank you, Victoria Ukoha. Thank you, Matthew Mugi, for joining me so far. Thank you, Gianni Giola. I really appreciate you being here. I really appreciate that. So, improve on yourself. Do a good finishing. I don't know if I would see, there's one finishing that I saw once, like, let your work be neat. Do a neat work. Don't do, like, let me say, the raw edges of fabric, they're just scattered everywhere. Proper finishing with cloths, hide raw edges. You must not sew. There is something I love about myself. I won't sew a cloth for you and you go home and start washing it. Like, I'm proud of myself for that. I won't say make a cloth for you and you go back and find yourself washing it. The only dirt you may see in the cloth must be the one you brought it in with. I'm telling you the truth. So improve on yourself. Be neat. Clean your workspace. Oh my God. I went to weave cloth one time. Do you know that I saw some tailors come with cloth too? They were just the clothes, people's clothes that you may give to them, and some may not have the time to wash it. Some of these tailors on a dusty ground, they were just dropping it on the floor, on the ground, the very dusty ground. Please, if you're here and you do that, please, you need to stop. All right? You need to stop already. Stop it. Don't do it. All these things are what increase or improve your value and your worth. Clean your space, clean your sewing machine or your industrial sewing machine, whichever one you are using. Make sure you dust everywhere. Neat finishing. I'm stressing on this. Do a neat work. If it warrants coming on YouTube to improve your skill, go on YouTube. Like, know what is going on. What's the trend? You get, know what is going on. What's the trend? You know, how are people doing this in a better way this time? Because as we move on, things change. Discoveries, we discover new things on how to better anything at all. Anything at all. We are not dumb and we are not stagnant. So, yes, improve your skill. If it warrants paying, there are some paid channels here that maybe corsets and all that, or how to make jumpsuit, whatever. You can pay and get that knowledge. Don't wait to get everything free of charge. Don't wait to get everything free of charge. You can pay to get that knowledge. So build yourself, build capacity so that your old clients will come, you make clothes for them, they see your environment, they see your new service. When you add price, when you increase your price, even if it is, let's say, 1,000 naira, I'm just using as an instance, even if it is 1,000 naira, but at least they will see the impact on the cloth you made for them, and even in the environment. They will see the impact that, hey, you improved, something changed about you. And they may not complain. All right? So this is how to transition. Let me say for old clients. Then for new clients, please, just transition wholly. All right? Transition wholly. Make use of your pricing index properly and transition wholly, ensuring that you have improved on yourself, you're rendering a good service, your environment is well kept, well kept. Oh my God, man, this English, eh? So yeah, ensure that your environment is conducive, it's very comfortable. So when people pay, it's not just about the cloth itself, it's about the value, your service, your smile, your customer relationship management, your communication, the welcome you give them, how you care. Do you know that there are some fashion houses, let me say Vicky James, oh my God, when you go there now, they'll first serve you with champagne or whatever. You are paying for that. You are paying, is an indirect cost. Your clients are paying for it. But look at, when you come in, you see the packaging, the service more chops, this one, that one. You are enjoying the AC, you're enjoying the smile, the good services. If you're a good client that fears God, you won't even want to say a lot. Any price they tell you, you are paying. Am I right or right? So yes, improve on yourself, improve on your service so that you can transition in a way that that is soothing. In a way that is soothing, all right? So I don't know if there's anything I've not talked about. So that is it. That's it for that. I don't know if there's anything I've not talked about. Please, if you have any question, if you have any contribution, I'm right here. Go ahead and put it up. Your contribution. This is one family, okay? Your contribution is very much needed. It's very much needed, though. Then you must know that all clients are not for you. Because most tailors, what you do is you want to gather cloth, you want to service everybody. Define your niche. Define your niche. All right. Oh my God. Welcome, Awaguchi movie. Okay, the topic from the title, we are talking about why it looks as if most tellers are poor. And over the time, I've observed that we have a poor pricing technique. So that's what we are discussing here. And maybe you can watch the video at the end of this. I've talked about the things we don't put in place, the things we don't consider while pricing. I've also talked about the things you should put together, put in place, the pricing index, the technique on pricing. So yes, you're welcome. You can go back and watch that. All right, good to have you. Please double tap on your screen and you can gather your family and friends, share this video to them. Double tap, make sure you subscribe, let other people subscribe too. We've talked about a lot of things and I believe that a lot of persons have gained value here. Even me too, I've gained value. All right. So yes, I was saying that every client is not for you. You are gathering, I don't know how to say this. If you are sewing for everybody, then you're sewing for nobody. You will break down and yet just get valuable clients. It's not like you cannot sew for those people who charge you, kind of price, but make sure that what you are giving in, except you want to do charity, no problem, except you want to do charity. But make sure that what you are giving in is not something that at the end of the day, after calculating with your pricing index, you find out that you're the one losing. You need to start working smart. It's not about working hard. You have to work hard. Even in the smartness, you're working hard, but work smart. Do you know that if I get 5 clothes, let's say boo-boo, they're making 20,000 each. That is 100,000, right? Now I work less. I'm charging 20,000 not because I just want to charge so big. Of course, it will get to a point that even you have to sell there's what we call goodwill. It's not like all those people who charge a lot. It's not like they are doing the best, but there's what we call goodwill and branding. Do you get? So yes, a time will come that we'll start doing that. But now, it's about attaching value to what you are doing. So I might sew 5 clothes for 20,000 each. That is 100,000. And then when you find someone, that's because I've improved myself, the service I render, my environment, my customer relationship skill, and all that. Then you see another person who the environment is just anyhow, and the person is sewing boo-boo for 5,000 naira. How much will it take? How much boo-boo will it take that person to make? How much cloth does that tailor need to sew in order to gather 100,000? Why me? I'm just making 5 clothes and I'm sewing it for 20,000. That is 100,000. So check the difference. And that's why I said it's not mainly about working hard, but working smart. Value yourself. Let your clients be people who value what you're doing. But first of all, you need to up your game. You need to value yourself so that people can value you. And not every client is for you. If there is a client that you are going to sew for and you will need to take paracetamol, take multivite, go get a massage, go to the hospital, man, and yet you are getting peanuts. Please tell me, what's the essence? Even the profit from what you are using to sew for the person won't be enough to take you to pay your hospital bill. I don't know if I'm making sense. So you don't need to sew for everybody. As you are building yourself to become better, choose your clients, okay? And oh my God, I think I've said a lot today. I've said a lot today, and at least I've poured my heart. Poured my heart. If you're still joining us, you're welcome. Thank you for joining. Please double tap on your screen, like, yeah, subscribe, and share. So, please price for value, all right? Don't price for fear of. Now, okay. Oh my God. No, no, no. I just want to, like, something just came to my mind. You charge 6,000 for Boo Boo after taking everything out. Okay, and don't take everything out first. The cost of peak milk, sorry, I'm not mentioning it. The cost of milk, sachet milk, like medium size, is 10,000 plus, just for one. Just for one. But it's not about that, it's about everything that was put to make it and to get it to the end user. And you, beautiful tailor, you are pricing Boo Boo 5,000. Check it now. Check it now. It's not even enough to buy the milk, and you have your children to fend for. Please, let's do better, okay? Let's do better. I'll be rounding off now. I've tried, and I believe that you and I have learned something. So go ahead and share it with someone, share value with someone else, all right? And yeah, I need to be going out now because my sister is waiting for me. I just said, let me quickly come do this just in an hour. And an open confession, why I'm doing this is, if you're in Nigeria, you know how data used to work here, unlike some part of the world where you subscribe unlimited, you can use any amount, like you can just be doing anyhow you want, surfing the internet, anyhow you want. But here, how much do we even pay? Like we buy data, and mine will be expiring tomorrow, and I still have a little. I don't want these people to take it. So that's why I'm here. I said, let me utilize. You know, I'm a good manager. I said, let me make use of the whole opportunity and come here. I don't want them to carry my data, I don't even want them to take, even if it is one MB. So that's why I just have about 2 gig left. So I said, why not give value with the remaining data so that by tomorrow, if they want to take the remaining, yeah, because it will be expiring tomorrow. So I hope I utilized my data well by coming here to join you in discussing, my beautiful people. All right, now I think I have to go. At the count of 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Have a beautiful day ahead. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you. Thank you. You are the best. Mwah. Bye. I should not go. I have to go. I have some other things to do. I have something to catch up with. Thank you very much. Okay. I have to go now. I have to go. How do I go? You people want to hold me. All right. I'm going now. I'm going now, like right now. Bye.